Hello everyone, I welcome you once again back to my YouTube channel. So by the end of this video, you will be able to understand what pointers and arrays are and how these two relate in C++ language. Then what references are in C++ language, as well as you'll be able to define and use structures, unions and enumerations in writing your C++ program. So let's set the ball rolling by defining what pointers are and then going into its syntax. Yeah. So pointers are variables that store the memory addresses of variables. In real life, we can relate pointers to your house address or an address. It tells you where something is, but not what the thing is. So here they hold values directly, but rather point to where the values are stored in your memory. So it's trying to say that they hold the values though, but when you use a pointer, it tells you where the value is, not what it is. So let's quickly go into the syntax of a pointer, then continue. We begin by doing our own thing. variable declaration variable declaration. So let's take a to be 10 and you terminate. Then this is how you declare a pointer. You initialize a pointer, sorry, ptr representing a pointer, and then your ampersand with your variable name. So now in order to access this, we need to see out so that we can access the location of our pointer, our variable, sorry. Let's wait patiently. And PC is lagging small, so kindly forgive me. So over here, this is the location of our variable a, or the number 10 in our program, in the main memory of this my computer. So let's quickly move on to arrays. So arrays are collections of elements of the same type stored in contiguous memory locations. So you can access each one, each element in an array. You can access it by using an index. So let's say, let me first comment this so that we don't have to go back before doing a second program. So a typical example is, it's like matrices, So an integer, let's say number. Then we bring a square brackets. So this array contains 5 elements. It's a single array which contains 5 elements. So here we mention our elements in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But over here, this one, its index is 0, the 2's index is 1, the 3's index is 2, as follows. So in order to access, let's say, 2 from this array, we need to see out number, and then bring our box brackets, then 2. We continue from there. You always have to terminate your this one. So this we will be able to access our number 2 from our array which is named 5. Very good. So we still can just switch. See, we've accessed our number. That's so impressive. This shows that we are really working. So don't just sit there. Kindly practice with me, okay, as we continue. Sure. So pointers into arrays. Pointers can be used to access and manipulate array elements. In fact, the name of the array is itself a pointer to the first element. This is why I said it points to the direction. You can access it from there. So I'll once again take you through the syntax for pointers into arrays. And we'll continue with our references, then the rest of the work that we will be doing today. So let's quickly dive into once again. We're using our integer since we are using numbers. So this array has three elements, and the elements are 10, 20, and 30. Let's terminate it. Then our pointer once again comes in. Start up asterisk, don't forget it. And PTR, your keyword, arrows. Then we terminate it once again. Then we see out it. We see out, sorry, PTR, PTR, sorry, plus 1. So to explain further, the asterisk into bracket PTR plus 1 is equivalent to array I. It's equivalent to array I, or the second array. So the array plus 1 PTR plus 1. So here we have our second array over here. Our second array PTR plus 1. Let me comment this as well. So we move on to references. So references are another way of referring to a variable. So they are like nicknames that we usually call our friends, our loved ones, and what have you. So once you set a reference, it refers to the same memory location as the original variable. Just as when you give your friend a nickname, you refer to the same person as with the person's original name here. So continuing, I'll walk you through once again the syntax of references that we continue our program today. So int x equals, let's use 100, terminate our statement. So int with your upper sign. Remember um we are using pointers. So this ref here represents references, or it's the keyword for references. Let's say we are using x as our nickname for the we are using references as our nickname, x as our nickname. So reference equals 200. We are storing a variable into our 200, then we see out our x. Since we said reference is equal to x and reference is equal to 200, it's like giving um calling, let's say your name is Gideon Mensah, calling your name Gideon and then calling your name Mensah again. The same thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. So let's see what we get from our console output. Once again, as I said, my computer is lagging, so kindly forgive me for that. You see, we've had our 200 once again. So that's very, very true. So let me comment this and we continue with the rest of our work for today. So now we are coming to talk about structures. So structures allows us to group different types of data under one name. So useful they are useful for creating complex data models. Yes. So it's like grouping different things from different data sets under one name. So it's like your family name. Let's say your family name is Washington. Under Washington, we have Kofi Washington, Winston Washington, all with the name Washington by different people, both males and females. So with this, we use the keyword called struct from structure. So let's say struct, sorry, struct, then let's say person. So person, then we open our bracket. Our work is going to begin very soon. So with opening our bracket, we can begin by the string name. We're using name first, name, and since name is made up of letters, we're using a string. Declare the variable name with a data type string. So your age. In order not to waste time to bore you, we use only these two for now. So coming back, we can do something like we can call each of the elements we used out and then we continue. Alright. So we can continue with it. Okay. So with the person you end uh this one. Okay. Ending it, we terminate it. Then we call the name and the age out. So P1 equate it to our string when you are see out in it or when you're writing you use um, double quotes to show that it's a string. Then the age as we used in declaring this one to terminate it. So now let's see out p1 dot name p1 dot name. So with this we are accessing our name alias from the person folder. Let's say folder containing the name and the age of the person. That's very good. So continue from there. Let's wait small. What's happening over here? Unexpected and qualified identity. Solving the problem. We're working out very soon. Working out very soon. Yep. So from the structure, we'll be going to unions. It's more like um structure, but it takes one thing at a time. So you see, we've been able to access the name Alice from our folder person. Very good. So now let's comment on this as we go to the next thing, which is the union. So union are just like structures, as I've said, but they share memory. So with this sharing memory, only one member can hold the value at any given time. So we cannot overstock it with two as we did for abstract, or rather use it one at a time. So let me walk you through this one, the syntax for union. But before that, note that we should use unions when you want to save memory and you won't need to store multiple values at once. That's when to use union. Otherwise, you should use struct or structure. Good. So let's go on. You need your keyword once again. So these are all what the keywords are always that we need. So with our integer I, naming an integer I, it's normal. Then we go for a float, which is f. So we continue with our work. So the data above, accessing its data d, and we terminate it. So d dot I, we are trying to access I, so or use I from the integer. So d, which is data from I, we are equating it to 10 or putting 10 in its location. So now wherever we see I, we get 10. So we can see out d dot I, we'll end the line, then we'll come back to the float and we store 3.14 there, 3.14. We terminate it once again. When we see out it, so you see that we'll get the things we are getting. We've written we will get I for D for we'll get 10 for I and then 3.14 for F as we've done. So let's go, let's let's straight into it. After this, we are only left with enumerations and then we are done for today. So just as you've been following me, continue to follow and subscribe for more info on C++ programming language. Even though I'm not perfect, I'm trying. So you see, we've had our 10 for I and then our 3.14 for our F. That's how we go about it in C++ language. In order to be good at this, you need to be practicing every day. Be practicing every day. So we move on to our last thing for today, which I will say it's enumerations or enum. That's the keyword on C++. So enumerations or enums let you create your own data type with a fixed set of named values. So they make your code more readable, makes you create your own data type with fixed set of named values. That's what enumerations do. So let's delve right into it and then continue. So as I said, the keyword is enum. You see it has even appeared. Then we put our color. We this one I'll choose color over there. So with the color, say red, I'll choose red, green, and you sorry, blue. So first, we are coming to access our color. See, we are equating it to green. I've not tried this before, but let me try this. Coding is all about try and error. So let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll come back later, but not to waste your time, I'll go and then bring you the results later. Color was not declared in this code. Oh, I made a spelling mistake over here. So let's see how it works. We continue from there. So before it comes under the hood, red is its index is yellow, it's 0, sorry, green's index is 1, and blue is 2. That's why when I see outed green, I had 1. Hope you are with me over here. So this is the end of today's video, and I hope in this video I've been able to help you. So we've taken a big leap into intermediate C++ with pointers arrays, structures, unions, and enumerations or enums that I like to say that much. So these are the building blocks for more advanced topics which are yet to come in my previous videos, in my next video, sorry. So these are building blocks for more advanced topics like object-oriented programming, which we will cover next in our videos. So till we meet next time, it's bye for now. Have a nice day. Bye bye.